This video is one in the series on matrix indicator trading. The focus of this video is to show the color-enhanced MACD, one of the indicators downloaded as part of the package on TradeStation's Strategy Network. On the screen is a TradeStation desktop containing three charts. A matrix, this happens to be a matrix of MACDs. That's the first chart. Second chart is a standard bar chart that has an enhanced MACD indicator on it. It's color enhanced. Other than that, it's identical to a standard MACD. We also have two other indicators on the bar chart. One is a projected MACD crossover series of dots, and the other is a color enhanced exponential moving average. The third chart is identical to the second one. It's just for a different time interval or tick interval. This is a 470 tick bar chart. This one here is an 880 tick bar chart. Today we're going to focus on the MACD and talk about how it's been color enhanced. The other indicators on this desktop are all explained in other videos in this series. So the color enhanced MACD is a standard MACD that's been modified to show traders at a glance the direction of the market from the MACD's perspective. It shows the direction from the previous bar. For example, if we look at these four bars here, this bar that's part of the histogram of the MACD is below the line, but it's colored green. Green indicates that from the MACD's perspective, this chart or the market has moved up from the previous bar or this bar of the histogram here, which is colored red. So on this bar, it moved up from the previous bar. Then it moved up further from the previous bar. Again, it moved further up, and once again it moved further up. At this point, we start to see a downtrend. So the bar is colored red, as are the subsequent 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bars. You can see at a glance the change in the market from the MACD's perspective. So the only modification to the MACD that's present here is the histogram is looked and compared to the previous histogram bar. And if that bar is higher, then it'll be colored green. If it's lower, it'll be colored red. And that is regardless of whether the MACD is above the line here. This is the center line for the MACD histogram, or below the line, because we see subtle variations. The thing that's advantageous to a trader is there's no thinking involved here in terms of understanding what's going on with the market from the MACD's perspective. A trader can tell at a glance, without thinking about it, whether there is movement and what direction that movement is. If the two bars are identical, they'll be colored white. The second bar, for example, if this bar was the same as this bar, this second bar would be colored white. If we look at the parameters that go in to the MACD, and that would be this indicator here, and we call up the formatting window, you can see that the inputs are the standard inputs that one would enter for a standard MACD. There's a fast length, a slow length, and a smoothing length, currently set to 12, 26, and 9. this subsequent length is for a moving average that is used internally to this. And the continue last week, which does not affect the coloring of the matrix. This last input, continue last week, is used to tell the system whether at 5 p.m. New York time on Sunday, when the market opens for the week, because this is the Forex market, British pound, US dollar, whether the computations should be started over again. If that is set to false, continue last week is set to false, then the computations will continue on as if there was no break in the market from the previous week's close, which is New York time at Friday at 5 p.m. So this is a powerful, a convenient enhancement to the MACD that can be used by traders, where they're not spending a lot of time thinking about whether there is movement and what direction it's in. They can just tell at a glance from the histogram that's produced by the MACD that's been color enhanced. So I hope this has been helpful. Subscribe to this channel and you'll receive notifications when additional videos are placed out on YouTube. And thank you so much for the time that you spent watching this video. Good trading.